Alrighty, so we are back for the third prospect preview. I really don't know how many of these I'm going to do because you know what the thing is, last season I missed a lot of players. I didn't cover all the players that I really wanted to. But you know what? I think this season we're definitely going to start rolling out the previews. So I would expect one maybe later in the week, maybe one or two next week. We're just going to try and roll these out, get these out there so people can watch them, get your knowledge on them because William Eklund. Not many people know about this guy, and primarily the only two guys that I really knew from this draft before analyzing into it more were Owen Power and Luke Hughes. Yeah, I didn't know who Matthew Beniers was. I didn't know who Eklund was. I didn't know... Well, I knew who Jesper Wallstedt was, but I didn't know he was in this draft class. And, there's just a lot of other people in here who are very interesting. So we're going to get into this. First off, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already subscribed, please make sure to do that. I would actually really appreciate it. We're on the grind to 900 subscribers. It's been really good lately. The channel has been gaining a lot as of late. And, it's just been a really darn good time. And I've had a lot of fun, live streaming, making game reviews, doing all this stuff with y'all. It's just been a lot of fun. So I really do appreciate you guys supporting me as of late. And anyways, enough that being said, let's get into the prospect preview. So 2021 draft prospect William Eklund was born on October 12th, 2002. He plays center and left wing, so he's playable in each position. He weighs 172 pounds, and his height is 5'10". So he's he's a little bit smaller than others. He's nowhere above 6 feet. So I think that he's a nice small. He's probably pretty fast. He doesn't weigh too much. And you know what? He's probably good on the faceoff marker, and he can be pretty useful on the wing as well. He is ranked 5th by Consolidated Ranking, ranked 2nd by Elite Prospects Hockey, ranked 3rd by FC Hockey, ranked 6th by Neutral Zone, ranked 10th by McKean's Hockey, ranked 1st by NHL Central Scouting, ranked 7th by Sportsnet's, ranked 5th by Recruit Scouting, ranked 2nd by Dobber Prospects, ranked 7th by Draft Prospects Hockey, ranked 2nd by Smat Scouting, ranked 4th by the Puck Authority, and ranked number 7th by the Draft Overlord, Bob McKenzie. And he is ranked 3rd overall for me. So, I really do believe this guy in the future could be a good center or left wing. Now, we haven't gotten into all the statistics yet, so I'm not going to get too much in depth. So, I said he would go 3rd overall. So, the teams that he can possibly go to in that range are the Seattle Kraken, if they decide to select him. It's a possibility that the Anaheim Ducks select him at 3rd. The Devils could select him at 4th. That could be a good acquisition. The Blue Jackets could select him at 5th. Detroit may select him at 6th. Sharks maybe at 7th. LA at 8 potentially. And then I think the furthest I see him going back is to the Canucks at 9th. Or he could go back to 10. I can't think of who's 10th right now. It's not LA. Yeah, but he could go as far back as 10th overall. So I think that, that is interesting. I think he does kind of strike me as the type of player who probably could fall back in this draft if it came to it. So I think it's definitely possible for that. I have a quote here from a insider, Magnus Havelid, from 2019. Need to move that real quick. He said, quote, "A very smart player who also works very hard and opens up the play for his teammates." Now, you want the type of that guy on your roster. You want a person who can, he can fit well wherever you put him on the lineup, whether it's on the left wing, the center, first line, second line, third line, even fourth line at times. You need to have a guy who can work. And I feel like William Eklund is absolutely that type of player. Now, we haven't gotten into his college stats yet, but I just want you guys to imagine him. Imagine this guy on a line with Comtois and Zegras. Let's get into his college stats. So in 2018, 2019, we have Deju Gardens IFJ18. He played 13 games, and by the way, this is like a league in, I think it's Sweden, somewhere around there. 6 goals, 7 assists for 13 points in 13 games played. A nice little point per game. He can score the goals, he can make the assists, and, he's kind of, he can do both. And in 2019-2020 with Duju Gardens IFJ18, he played 31 games, so he played much more games than the last season. Had 12 goals, 24 assists for 36 points. So he had over a point per game there. And that's impressive. And you look at his draft stock value around that time, and then, of course, the COVID outbreak happened. So, if I'm not mistaken, his season was cut a little bit short. But I look at that and I say to myself, well, if this man got over a point per game in 30 games played, that's fairly impressive. And like I said, he's a good passer. He is a very extremely good passer. You can tell from the highlights. He has a nice shot as well. He can shoot from anywhere, really. Whether it's wide, the point, slot, he can shoot anywhere. And he can, get dangerous opportunities on net. So in 2020, 2021, with Deju Gardens IF, it's not J18, his draft value kind of took a bit of a hit. 11 games played, 40 games played, 11 goals, 12 assists for 23 points. That is nowhere comparable to his last season of 36 points. Now, granted, he played more games and much more full season, but that does bring down his draft value a little bit. Now, nonetheless, I still think he is a great player. And I feel like if you put him on the line, whether it's with him, Comtois, and Zegras, if I'm correct, Zegras is a left wing and a right wing. I might be wrong, but you know what I mean. And if you look ahead to New Jersey, imagine him with Jack Hughes and maybe potentially a guy like Miles Wood or any of those guys in that roster. And then you look as far back to Columbus. I think Columbus is kind of building right now, but I feel like Eklund, if he went 5th overall, that could be a really good deal. And then 6th to Detroit. Imagine him with Raymond. And I think these two guys play with each other actually. If I'm not mistaken, I think Raymond plays for the same team. I might be right. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, imagine him with Lucas Raymond. And then you look at 7th to San Jose. He could be pretty good with Tomas Hertl. 8th overall with Los Angeles. He got Turcotte, Byfield. He's got so much guys to build around at 8th. And then I'll go back to as far as 9th with the Canucks. He's got Podkolzin. He's got Besser, Pedersen. He's got a lot of guys that I think he would, if he gets the right, motivation, gets the right amount of ice time from the said team, it could really work out. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below on William Eklund. Next episode is probably going to be Luke Hughes. I'm contemplating on doing someone else, but we'll figure something out. So thank y'all for watching and for all your support. I really do appreciate it. The channel's been doing good lately. And yeah, thank y'all for watching, for all your support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.